Welcome to the live stream, guys. I'm fat.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah. Got a good show planned for you guys.
Maybe.
Such a good show that we can't even call it what we've named it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll get booted.
Turn the frickin' frogs gay.
Nobody watching yet, so... Oh, there's one. It's probably me.
One potato. Two potato. Banging.
Banging. Man, oh man. What day is it? The 24th. Okay, so next weekend is the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
I always try to scout my weekends beforehand, so I kind of try to see what's going on in the fight world. Let's see. Let's check. Gotta see what's going on for UFC next weekend. Or even this weekend, shit. Let's see.
Thanks for coming to the YouTube live stream. I'm Dwayo, your
Darren Till,
host for the evening. I'm trying to set everything up, guys, so gotta bear with us for just a minute. Just bear with us for one more minute while I get this fucking thing going.
we're working on it. Working diligently.
How'd they put stuff in the water that we... I'm trying to find my...
Hi, everyone.
Trying to find our Battlefield of Love music from last week.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Can't forget that.
No, I don't think that's it, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Repeat YouTube video. Listen on repeat.
Hell yeah, look at you.
Listen on repeat.
You're pretty fucking pretty technologically savvy.
Hell yeah, dude.
What are we sipping on? We are sipping on
Willet.
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Pedro Bourbon. He was a pitcher for the Reds back in the 1970s.
What's up, Hassan?
Hey, guys.
Our favorite Saudi.
All right. Good?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to the Cream Spot. I'm the most sensual lover in the entire world. My name is the Delicious Nicolicious.
And I'm greedy and I'm only out for myself. My name is Rob Dog. That's why we make the perfect couple.
No truer words have ever been spoken in podcast history. Speaking of podcast history, for all of you that have been listening to us for 4+ years, it's pronounced Brohio, not Brohio.
Brohio.
Not Brohio.
Makes it sound Asian.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of people calling us Brohio lately. I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
I don't know either.
Yeah, and I saw some guy the other day stop me, and he's looking at my shirt. He's like, brr, what's the big old Ohio in the middle? I said, it stands for Brohio. He's like, what's that? I said, it's a radio show. He said, what station is it on? It's not. It's online. It's an online
internet.
It's an online radio thing. He said, what do you talk about? I said, we talk about like aliens and stuff. He said, that's a bunch of bullshit.
I love our Ohioans.
Jersey! Some old dude at the fucking store, man.
Of course.
I love it. I can't wait till I'm old and fucking just mean all the time.
Yeah, dude. It just doesn't,
everything.
It doesn't matter at that age.
There's what is it? On TikTok, there's a guy that he goes up to his grandpa and be like, Grandpa, you want to go out for a beer today? And his grandpa's 80. He just looks
I think I know the old dude you're talking about.
Looks old, rode hard, and put up wet. His grandpa's always like, yeah.
Yeah.
So then he takes him fishing, and then he'll take him out for beer, and it shows him getting his grandpa drunk. His grandpa's got to be 80 or 90 years old.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of the video, he's always, kind of grumpy, kind of growling at his grandson. And at the end, when he's done, he'll give him like 6 or 7 Miller Lights. And he said, I love you, boy. Talking to his grandson. He's all happy.
Whatever you got to do to get that love, man.
Much like every other drunk person in the history of the world.
Oh, man.
But if you're listening right now, if you got one, roll it up. Just pick out the seeds and stems, cut it up, grind it up.
Grab your favorite mushroom if you have that.
Whatever you got.
Yeah.
Put it in there.
If you got it, grab it. It's my motto.
If you got it, grab it. This is a good episode to smoke some marijuanas too.
Yeah. And I do actually, before we even get there, I do want to say thanks to everyone that came out this past weekend for our live show.
Oh, yeah.
It was a really good time.
Excellent live show.
We had fun. We had met a lot of cool people. So if you're one of those cool people, thank you. We did meet a couple shitty people. No, I'm sure we really didn't.
Everyone was really
Everyone
cool,
was
man.
awesome.
And the cool thing about our shows is you never know what's going to happen. We have a listener by the name of Megan. Her and her husband came.
Yeah.
They probably planned on just rolling up, listening to the show, and then going home for the night. They got in my car and they left with me.
Mm-hmm. I looked back one time and they were, when we were out to eat, and they were having sex on the table.
Yeah, dude. They
I only watched for like 5 or 10 minutes, but
they said, we're going to get an Uber. I said, come on.
You ain't getting an Uber.
Come on, get in the car. Let's go. So they got to ride in my Ford Fusion. We poked around town, went to some restaurants.
It was a good time.
Rob poured a cup of piss on the sidewalk and got in trouble.
Wife got mad, yeah.
He's just like all the other hobos. And
I couldn't fucking wait. We had a car full of people, too, and I was like, nobody, look, I got to piss in this cup.
Little does she know you're a professional cup pisser.
Oh man, no doubt. It wasn't the pissing in the cup. It was the fact that whenever we parked, we were on a slight decline, and I threw it uphill.
So the piss rolled back at you.
The piss rolled back down, but I got out of the car before it rolled back down. But I even told her, I was like, "We're in fucking Louisville. You don't think that there's piss covering these streets,
it's
anyways?
Everywhere,
Just like in Dayton.
Man, that's great.
There's piss everywhere."
First up on our Patreon list of subscribers, we have Kyle Curtis, who subscribed twice. So, Kyle, you can go back and delete one of those, buddy. I'll save you $1. We appreciate the Patreon pledge.
And next, oh, Jesus Christ, look at this name. We got Andrew. I'm just going to say Jorgensen. I'm sure that's wrong, but...
Jerkinson. Andrew Jorgensen. I think he ran for president a couple months ago, and he was not successful.
Yeah.
Eric Smith. Eric Big E, thanks, buddy, for the Patreon pledge. We love you.
Brandy Luker. Thank you very much, Brandy.
Brandy, that's a Luker. I like that last name.
That's fun.
Santiago.
Ooh.
Santiago, thank you for your donating your hardly earned pesos to the Ohio podcast.
Darla Barros.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, I see she pops up on the group or something all the time. I see that.
Hello, Darla.
I recognize that face.
Hi. Darla. Our buddy ZZ, Zane Zimmer. Zane Zimmer, thank you for your zim. All I want to do is a zoom, da zoom, da zoom, zoom. Just shake your Zane Zimmer. Thank you, Zane Zimmer, for your... he's probably the only person in the entire world that has the initials ZZ. He has to be.
Besides Top.
Behind ZZ Top. Well, it's ZZ not anymore because one of them died.
That's true. And next we got Andre the Putin Wooten. Thank you very much, Andre.
Andre the Giant. Thank you, buddy. Emily Conway. Emily Conway, thank you for the Patreon. I thought it was Cornway. I'm like, man, that's a fucking rough way to go right there.
Jessica D. Boljack. Thank you, Jessica Boljack. Sorry about your last name.
That's vulgar.
I know.
Eric Morosky. Thank you, Eric Morosky, for the Patreon pledge.
And last but not least, the ever so lovely Raven Alexandra.
I wonder if there's any relation to Raven Riley. She was a pornography star back in the early 2000s.
About Raven Simone.
She was big when you and I were graduating high school.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you a story about her.
Killer Bush.
No, I don't think so. I can't remember. We went, so our math teacher, we had a math teacher.
Thinking of Riley Reid.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Killer Bush there.
Killer Bush. We had a math teacher. He's actually kind of famous now for some basketball stuff.
Okay.
I can explain it to you. I don't know. You don't really pay attention to the sports, especially college sports.
No, not at all.
But he tutored her in high school, and he told us, like, hey, this girl I used to tutor. She's a porn star now.
Hell yeah.
And then that's kind of how we got hooked up with her.
Wait, who was this?
What teacher?
No, what was the girl's name?
Raven Riley.
Okay, yeah, I know who that is. I have no idea who that is.
She's a pornography star. I don't think she's active anymore. But she did make a lot of movies back in the early 2000s, buddy. She was not.
Oh yeah.
She was.
Oh yeah.
Not ugly. I will say that.
I've seen that face once or twice. Scientific reasons.
Yeah. So we have the Brohio Battlefield of Love.
Oh yeah, we do.
Unfortunately, the first 20 minutes of the show is dedicated to absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
And I would like to say again, thank you to everybody that came out to the live show.
Yes.
And for those of you going through something right now, we're thinking of you. I know a lot of people, we get a lot of people that reach out to us through the week and say, you guys keep me from being sad. You guys keep me from being in a dark place. You do the same thing for us. And I applaud you for, it may feel like you're doing as little as possible. It may feel like you're just waking up and going through the motions. But, man, I fucking pat you on the back for just getting up and going through the motions, because sometimes it feels like it fucking sucks too bad to even do that.
Oh, yeah.
So for those of you that are fighting through it, we applaud you. We pat you on the back. Keep on just little steps. Sometimes it feels like it's not getting easier, and I know that, and it sucks. But we're thinking of you. And thanks for being here with us. We're happy to make you smile. We're happy to make you laugh. We're going to keep on doing it.
We ain't stopping.
If you wrote us an email, said the only way that you're going to make me happy is if our email address is brohiopodcast@gmail.com. If you said the only way I'm going to be happy is if you and Rob start an OnlyFans together.
Well, I mean, it's only got a month left anyways before it's completely...
Before I commit to this, before I commit to getting naked with you on camera, okay, I need to see some figures. And I'm not doing this for $500, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a price, my friend.
Everybody has a price.
you know how backed up I am on bills right now?
Yeah, let me see if I can find the everybody has the $1 Million Man thing.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has a price.
It said everybody has AIDS. That was one of the results on YouTube.
Here we go. We're
Ted DiBiase.
We're going to get copyrighted for this right here.
Yeah, we are. It's okay. P&G Nokerlin, man. R.I.P.
The self-proclaimed $1 Million champion, Ted DiBiase, a man who over the years has used his money to bankroll some of the cruelest and most outrageous.
He's like every drunk guy at a sports game ever.
You offered a young boy $100 to bounce a basketball 15 times in a row, only to kick the ball away after the 14th bounce.
He really did. He's so pissed.
You broke that little boy's heart. You paid a swimming pool attendant several $100s to kick all the kids out of the pool on a sweltering hot summer day, just so you could have that pool all to yourself. But the time that sticks in my mind most,
man,
is the time you hired a lookalike imposter referee.
This is why I love wrestling, man.
The World Wrestling Federation Championship, a scheme that almost worked. Fortunately.
Nonetheless,
everybody
has a price. It's like Ted DiBiase says.
Fucking kicked the ball out of the kid's hand. I know. That's so screwed up.
That kid deserved it though.
They better given him that money afterwards.
Oh, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. So before you sad people say that's the only thing that'll make you unsad, I need to see a figure before.
Okay, yeah.
Or if there's a donor out there that would like to pay one lump sum for one video, there's that as well.
Yeah, man.
It's got to be 6 figures though.
I've done a lot worse for a lot less. So
by 6 figures, I mean that includes a cent.
6 fingers?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 6
no
fingers
joust.
on each hand. All right. Now off to the Brohio Battlefield of Love. Let me see if I can find some.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Maybe find some music to play with this.
Right back at it.
We had a lot of people.
Yeah, we had a lot of people reach out about the music.
They really like the music. So here we are back with the music. I feel like this is good music for the Brohio Battlefield of Love.
It fits our show.
Okay. So when me and my girlfriend started dating, my butt was untouched.
Oh, jeez.
Get a lot of these. And if you wish to be on the Brohio Battlefield of Love, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Use the subject, Brohio Battlefield of Love.
Let us know.
You can be anonymous. Just tell us. Say, don't use my goddamn name, you idiots.
Or if you don't want to be a prude, definitely let us know your name.
Yeah. So when me and my girlfriend started dating, my butt was untouched. About 2 months into the relationship, she started randomly trying to stick her finger inside me. Her aim and precision has gotten scary. She has had about a 93% success rate.
That's a good rate, man.
On the off chance she misses, her fingernails sever my taint, kind of like Andy on the night of Jim and Pam's wedding.
The Office reference there. I love it.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a good one. How do I make her stop? P.S. We love the podcast. The adrenochrome, can't say adrenochrome during the fluoride episode, was our first and almost got into several car accidents because we were laughing too hard.
That pause was perfect.
Yeah. Now, the way there's really only one way to get her to stop doing this, man. Me and Rob are kind of different in this aspect. I'll shit myself and walk around in it all day. He keeps a really nice, clean, tight ass.
Yeah, I keep my shit pristine.
Rob's ass looks like a scientific laboratory. My ass looks like a Waffle House. And
yeah, my asshole's like a freshly birthed starfish.
Freshly birthed. Fresh out of the cocoon or the egg, whatever those things riding around in.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, my ass looks like a sloth that fell out of a tree from about 150 feet up. So that's the way to do it, man. You just gotta poop your pants. You gotta poop yourself. You gotta keep motherfucking shit on that thing.
Yeah.
You know, some people keep that motherfucking thing on them. You gotta keep that motherfucking stuff on you.
You gotta keep it extra duty.
She's gonna make her learn the hard way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make her feel like she's fucking. I don't know. Make her feel. I don't know.
We're in the crescendo of farts
just
here.
poop your pants.
just keep your ass nice and poopy.
Yeah.
Dear Robin Nickalicious, I'm having a terrible time because I'm in love with a coworker, and he actually introduced me to your podcast, and we bond over it to the point where I felt a real connection. Our platonic poop breaks together have slowly gotten more and more romantic to the point where he started cupping my balls also while I wipe.
Oh, wow.
I even overlooked the fact that he has puffy nipples, unlike Rob. He always lets me hear him say, Dueo. That's your, yeah.
I mean, say Dueo.
I was going to hit it too. You did the follow-up. Tomorrow is his last day, and I'm devastated. I keep having terrible thoughts in my mind, like he's telling someone else about his swamp ass or telling me somebody else or how nice their cock is.
Wow.
What do I do? How do I cope?
Well, you gotta find a fellow pooper that... The loneliness of pooping by yourself, that's going to be the hardest one to swallow.
Definitely,
You got to find somebody to poop with you in the meantime. And my mom always used to say, if you set it free, if it's meant to be, set it free. If it comes back, it was meant to be. Some shit like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. So what you got to do is you got to flush the turd. If it comes back, it was your turd. Wait a second.
The ball cupping will come eventually.
Is a person worried about flushing? I'm lost here. I hope your relationship works out no matter what happens.
Yeah. That fart was rancid. It sounds to me like if you're that worried about losing this person, maybe you need to go with them.
Go with them to the bathroom every time.
Every single time.
Just
for the rest of their lives.
Go to their new workplace and hang out by the bathroom.
Yeah. Just wait for them every single day till they have to poop.
Rodney? Rodney, you in there? It's me, Jer Bear.
I could tell by the smell of your ass. That's you, boy.
So I've been listening to your podcast at work in the morning, so I don't want to put my head through a goddamn wall. Thank you.
That's great. I don't want you to do that.
And I wanted to jump in on the battlefield of love. I'm 31 and married to a guy that's 34. 7 years. 7-year different. No,
hell yeah.
No, they've been married for 7 years.
I was like 31, 34 is not 7 years, my friend.
It just feels like I'm the one that's constantly having to initiate intimacy.
Oh.
He used to have sex frequently, but now I'm lucky if he rails me once every couple of weeks. Ooh. I don't get it, and I'm so tired of coming on to him because it makes me feel like I'm not attractive enough for him to come on to me. I would do any number of filthy things for this man, but it's a chore to get him to go down on me. He's content at times just sitting on the couch, not touching, and I want to cuddle or, for fuck's sake, get choked and railed.
Oh. Giggity goo.
Yeah. Not that I don't like having time to just relax together, but come on. Even aesthetically, I try to be attractive with nicely done makeup, tattoos, piercings, etc. You guys just go through this after a number of years with someone, and does it ever change? How do I get the drive back in this dude? Because I love him dearly. My good sirs, I have... Okay, no, that's a different one.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Scroll back up a little bit for me. I want to see the first part because there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, I think
okay.
Maybe try a build up throughout the day. Start the morning with some nasty text messages.
Yeah, and
just kind of let them know what you're expecting that night for the entire day.
Yeah, I'll tell you, especially at this age, it. Oh, you turned it down.
Okay.
Once 30's hit, depending on the guy, that it doesn't take much for the sex drive to just drop and go. That's why you need to go bluechew.com/brohio-podcast. Oh, wait, are you still Blue Chew?
You can honestly get his testosterone checked as well.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
I did that not too long ago, and mine was low, but it wasn't
I can get a
low
boner
enough for me to do anything with.
I can get a boner right now if you want me. I already have one. See?
Done.
Just that fart right there gave me a boner. Some guys are just different.
Yeah, keep on top of your shit. Yeah, go get that check. I mean, it's easy. You can get your fucking blood tested, and then they look it out for you. But I mean, yeah, if that's not the case, yeah, just like Nick said, build up,
slow build throughout the day. Just immediately, send him some text messages, let him know you want to be choked and punched in the back of the head that night.
Also,
whatever it is, make
sure he's not a chronic baiter.
Oh wow!
A lot of times
some guys go fishing a lot, and it gets in the way of their.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about jacking off.
No, I'm talking about jerking it, my friend.
I'm talking about guys that just fish.
Yeah, a lot of guys will jerk off a lot, and that kind of just that ruins it for them. So yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a whole conversation.
Put a nanny camera in his underwear. That's my advice.
Beautiful.
Okay, I think we got to get started.
Yeah, let's get started, man.
Yep.
Let's keep the music playing.
We got to get started. We got to get fucking started. I don't even know how to turn this off.
Where is
Hulk
it?
Hogan. It's not. Oh, okay.
Okay, there it goes.
So we're talking about fluoride, fluoridic mind control, whatever you want to call it. So there's a lot of conspiracy theories that you and I could. Well, let's start off with this is a quote from one of my favorite television, probably my favorite television show of all time.
Yeah, one of the best ever.
This is Jesse Pinkman talking to Walter White. Jesse says, hydrofluoric acid won't eat through plastic. It will, however, dissolve metal, rock, glass, ceramic. So there's that. And I feel a little bad that I don't have Jesse Pinkman's voice to do that impersonation. But hydrofluoric acid won't eat through plastic. It will, however, dissolve metal, rock, glass, ceramic. So there's that. That's what we're talking about this episode. It's fluoride. The shit they put in the fucking water.
Not sure if you care or not, but the YouTube video is super choppy. But
I don't know how I fix that.
Hang on, guys.
Bow, bow, bow. The stream's current is higher than recommended bitrate.
Yes, you.
It's
choppy on my end too, guys.
Yeah, there's nothing I can really do.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Paused it. Paused it. Your video seems choppy here. That was just me. You right?
Those were like the first comments where it started getting a little choppy.
Okay.
It's chopping up on. It was chopping up on my end too. That's the only reason why I said anything. Their computers are getting crazier and crazier.
Is it still super choppy on yours?
Yes.
I don't know. There's nothing I can really do.
Fuck it.
All right.
Sorry, guys. Full send.
The shit they put in the fucking water.
Not sure if you care. There we go. Not sure if you care.
Audio is perfect.
Audio is always perfect.
Oh, yeah.
We worked hard on that.
Okay, sorry, I had to stop there for a second. But of all the conspiracies that we could possibly, there's lots of weird conspiracies out there that we could talk about. The birds are not real.
That's a fun one.
Birds are real. I hit one with the lawnmower the other day that had been dead for a few days.
Oh, man.
That motherfucker stuck the yard up for about 3 hours afterwards. So, the birds are real.
You just hit one of the, what's it called when you set a firework off and it doesn't go off?
A dud?
A dud, yeah. You just hit a dud bird.
A dud bird. It's an imposter. Speaking of birds, man, we got birds. We got a new dog, a new border collie. Her name is what's her name? Pepper.
Pepper.
She's an absolute sweetheart.
She is.
She's awful. She's the worst dog ever, but she's really good. And I take her outside to go to the bathroom, and there's a big hawk that's been hanging around the house.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is about 4 goddamn feet tall. This is the biggest hawk that I've ever seen. And this thing was waiting on there's a power line. It's an internet line that runs over our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
It's only about 10 or 12 feet off the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And this hawk was sitting on it the other day when I let the bird out, or when I let the dog out, and I was certain that this bird was either going to take me or the dog. It was big enough to take me, but it could have taken it could have taken the fucking dog. It could.
Yeah, there was that really popular video that was going on a while back where that I'm sure it was in like fucking Australia or something, where that peregrine or whatever they're called, those falcons, where it picked up a someone's baby and tried to fly off with it.
Jesus Christ, man!
Yeah, that shit's scary.
Have you ever heard the thing? Who gets the deer, me or the dog?
No.
The guy that hit the 911 call. This is. I mean, I think it's fake, but it's funny.
Still,
let's play it for a second here. Now, who gets the deer, me or the dog?
Shit like this is why no one likes us. We start talking about our subject, then we stop. Solitaire.
I need a. This is the ambulance emergency line. Do you have an emergency? I need an ambulance. Who is this? Joe. Okay. So where do you need us? I'm in my phone booth. Okay. What's the address?
Ambulance.
Let me tell you what. I'm going down the road, driving my car, minding my own goddamn business, and a deer jumped down and hit my car. Okay, sir. Are you injured? Now let me tell you. I get out and pick the deer up. I thought he was dead. I put the deer in my back seat, and I'm driving down the road and minding my own business. The woke up and bit me in the back of my goddamn neck. He bit me and done kicked the shit out of my car. I'm in the phone booth. The deer bit me in the neck. A big dog came up. The dog wanted me out of my phone booth because he wants the deer. Now who gets the deer, me or the dog? Okay, sir, are you injured? Yeah, deer bit me in the neck. Hold on. The dog is biting me. Hold on. God damn it, get out of here. Hold on. The dog is biting my ass.
It almost sounds real. I can't tell, man. That's a hard one to...
It's definitely fake, but they did a good job with it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's awesome.
So who gets the deer, me or the dog? Okay, I don't remember where we were going with that.
I don't
Talking about the birds. There's a lot of weird conspiracy. The lizard people, the Illuminati, so many things we could talk about. But I latched onto this fluoride mind control thing.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm reading about it. And the fucking crazy thing about conspiracy theories is some of them you can kind of disprove right away. The ones that have the most credence for me, the further you dive into these conspiracy theories, the more plausible they seem.
Good ones always have some sort of base in truth.
Well, yeah, man. And this one's exactly that. And the more I got into it, by the end of it, I'm boiling the water before I take a bath now. I'm not fucking with that shit.
That's hot. That's how I like my water.
Cancer's not taking my ass. So, and this kind of goes along with the thing, a few years ago, and Alex Jones, he was turning the frickin' frogs gays. Mm-hmm. They're turning the frickin' frogs gay. And we'll kind of go over that in a little bit of why that's a little bit different. But they did something to the groundwater to turn the frickin' frogs gay. Turned them into hermaphrodites. So,
good for them.
We'll get there. And there's a lot of people that feel that this fluoride thing is one of the biggest mass control experiments of our time. And I'm not arguing with them right now. I'm not arguing yet. And to summarize this briefly, the belief is the U.S. government is putting fluoride in our water supply in order to negatively affect huge populations for their own financial gains. Okay. And right off the rip, I read that. The U.S. government's putting fluoride in our water supply in order to negatively affect huge populations. So then I say to myself...
Well, I mean, if you think about it, they don't even need to put it in our fucking water supply. That when we were in elementary school, they were flushing that stuff down our damn throats every single week with the fluoride
every day
test or whatever it was.
We had to fuck with that shit.
Man, granted, we had to spit it out, but still we were fucking stupid kids,
Yeah, and they would go door to door.
Yeah.
And they would take these, they had a cart. And actually, your wife's mom used to do it in my school.
Yeah, she did.
They would push this cart around, and every day you would take a cup of fluoride, you'd swish it, spit it back out.
It was like a if you go to a restaurant and they have like the ketchup cups beside like the
ramekin,
the soda machine. Yeah, it was one of those things.
And that started at a very young age, man. I gotta pause this for a second. It's already getting fucking hot in here because I turned it down.
This fucking AC is chiming like a chainsaw.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be doing that. Yeah,
they'd make the whole class line up. Never liked the fluoride ladies, but I always liked the lice checker lady.
She was hot.
Mine wasn't, but that shit felt good.
It did. Oh my God! What the fuck just happened?
Jesus. Dude, fuck this heat, man. It's making me so tired.
Yep. Let's see if that works. Here, because I turned it down. Already getting fucking hot. It's already getting fucking. I gotta pause. Okay, had to stop and fix the air conditioner there. Getting a little wild on us. But so when I'm researching this, that's the first thing I read. Is they're putting the fluoride in the, and I think to myself, why are they putting fluoride in the water? And I look it up. The only reason they're putting fluoride in the water is to help cut down on fucking tooth decay in with whomever drinks the water. There's literally no other reason that they are putting fluoride in the water aside from to help stop tooth decay.
And they hate fucking dentists. That's job security. You're fucking with job security for dentists right there.
Well, the American Dental Association, when I looked it up, why they put fluoride in the water. And the ADA, the Authority for fucking Dental Health in America, they gave 5 reasons why it's so important to have fluoride in the water. It said, number 1, it prevents tooth decay.
Sure.
Number 2, it protects all ages against cavities. Number 3, it's safe and effective.
Okay.
These are their 5 biggest reasons for putting fucking toxic fluoride in our water. That's number 3. It's safe and effective, Rob.
Okay, sure.
Number 4, it saves money. Number 5, it's natural. Yeah, that doesn't sound like the biggest crock of fucking shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't know what does.
Yeah.
That seems like a sham for why there's fluoride going, and it seems like no one used any real thought whenever they wrote this to say, well, this is why we're putting fluoride in the water. This is why we're turning the frickin' frogs gay. So what exactly are we drinking? The substance added to our drinking water is called hydrofluoric acid. Hydrofluorosilicic acid. That's a hard one.
That's a stupid word. Hydrofluorosilicic. Silicic?
Hydrofluorosilicic acid.
Okay.
It is in... Before I did this, I didn't know what fluoride was. I didn't know where it came from, what it was a derivative of.
Yeah,
I
no
didn't
idea.
know. But now I know. And now I'm thinking to myself, we got to boil the water before we wash our balls, Rob. You and I, man, I don't take very good care of my asshole. You take really good care of your asshole.
I do, yeah.
But together, we both take really good care of our testicles.
Very true.
And I don't want to be washing my balls with this stuff. So
Makes sense.
the substance added to our drinking water is called hydrofluorosilicic acid. It is a toxic waste substance created from the creation processes of aluminum, fertilizer, steel, and nuclear industries.
Hell yeah.
It's a fucking waste byproduct of that.
Okay.
It's not the natural element of fluoride. Again, it's industrial toxic waste that's going into our water.
It's repurposed bullshit.
For example, in the phosphate mining and production industry, much of the hydrofluorosilicic acid occurs from strip mined rock. The rock is broken up, placed in giant vats where sulfuric acid is also added to get rid of whatever phosphate and other contaminants are in the rock. While the phosphate is extracted, the contaminants used to be released into the atmosphere. This was creating more pollution and killing animals and plant life. Environmental regulations were put in place where the pollution from the contaminants from these vats where they're extracting the phosphate, they put regulations in place where the pollution control devices were set up in order to capture the contaminants like arsenic, lead, mercury, silico fluoride, and there's a few other ones. Included in the pollution control device is hydrofluorosilicic acid, so toxic that one needs to wear a full bodysuit and mask to be around it.
Hell yeah.
That's the fucking shit that they're getting, that they're in turn putting in our drinking water. These contaminants are then taken out of the chimneys. And when I say taken out of the chimneys, they have to be scrubbed off with a special acid and stored in open air cooling lakes, which are further exposed to airborne contaminants. Industrial practices produce millions and millions of gallons of this liquid hazardous waste every year. Because it costs these corporations thousands and thousands of dollars per ton to neutralize and dispose of this acid, the stuff the fluoride they're putting in our fucking water, they instead sell it to the population as a product. Hydrofluorosilicic acid is shipped to your local drinking water supplier. But there's a belief that in all actuality, the fluoride is a tranquilizer of some sort.
Hell yeah.
And it's not just, they're trying to kill us, but they're trying to they're trying to make us docile. They're trying to make it where, sometimes if my wife knows she wants to fight with me, she knows that there's going to be a barn burner, baby. She'll come in there and rip my wiener. She'll ravage me. She'll take all of the semen out of my body, which makes you more tired than any man in the entire world. Yeah. And I've told you this every day, Rob. I wake up ready to fucking climb Mount Everest.
Oh, I'm the same way, man.
But then if I crank one out, I would let you take my family at that point. Just take him.
Yeah, man, that post-nut clarity is no fucking joke, dude.
If someone broke into my house after a fresh nut, I'd fucking take what you want, buddy. I'm not fighting back. You could put the gun in my hand. Put the highly lethal, deadly AR-59er in my hand, and I wouldn't even lift it to shoot at the guy.
After I go, I can't really tell the difference between a female titty and a male titty. Yeah. It's all the same to me. I'm like, fucking leave me alone.
And I always
give me some food and let me sleep.
I always get so sad about what I jacked off to when I'm done too.
Dude, it's the worst.
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy again. I can't believe I'm doing this stuff. I get so sad, and I'm like, man, that was a really nasty scene. I should not have seen that.
Yeah, man, it's always. You always get hit with it afterwards. You're like, just regret. You're like, oh, what have I done?
I can't undo this. I wonder if, that's a strange question. You can send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. I wonder if women go through the same regret after they're done taking care of themselves.
They can go and go and go. That's the thing.
They just bounce up like, okay, let's go to Lazarus or whatever, whatever chicks do.
I need like 12 hours and a nap after
I need a fucking nap and a sandwich afterwards.
Yeah, definitely food.
Don't take that as a sexist remark. I don't ask anyone to make me a sandwich afterwards.
Oh, man.
I'm too tired to make the sandwich myself. But yes, I wonder if women go through the same regret afterwards. Because I think that it's important to know.
Yeah.
It's very important to know.
I do want to know if that's the same with women.
Yeah. Send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Is post-nut clarity a thing for women?
And if you're the lady from the Patreon episode that sold your dirty underwear, that was a cool one too.
Yeah.
That doesn't have much to do with what I'm talking about. I just
popped in your mind.
I just remember that episode. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for the panties, by the way. No.
Wait.
I'm joking.
What? So they think there is a general belief in the conspiracy community, which I don't think they're that far off anymore, that the fluoride is actually a tranquilizer, and it's turning all of us into zombies. What's so funny?
I'm just laughing. Our show is so off the rails. Like, how do people listen?
It's stupid. So they're trying to turn us all into zombies so they can just fuck us in our butts.
Okay.
And one day they are going to go door to door, and they're just going to try and have sex with all of us. It's going to happen. And I dare not say it. Let me go a little bit further before I get into my theories here.
Okay, go ahead.
Kellogg's, Nestle, Crest, and other companies make up what we call the fluoride mafia. 3-6 mafia.
That's gangster.
They're all in on it, allegedly. All this is shrouded in some kind of Illuminati special interest, and I'll touch on a little bit later where the how this kind of fluoride mafia thing works. The fluoridation of the water supply has been a matter of fierce controversy ever since it was mass introduced in the 1950s and 1960s. keep in mind, America is like one of the only fucking countries in the world that put fluoride in their water. So, and we'll talk about that a little bit too. There's a worldwide consensus by mainstream medical authorities, national and international, that fluoride does provide an effective mechanism to fight dental cavities, and it is safe at its current levels. But then there's the other flip side.
Oh, flip it.
That you're putting fluoride in certain doses will just kill you. It's lethal.
Yeah, definitely.
You look on a tube of fucking toothpaste, and by the way, don't jerk off with that stuff. brohiopodcast@gmail.com if you've ever done it and expressed the same sorrow that I have. There's a little note on the back of the toothpaste.
Yeah.
It says to contact poison control if you ingest too much toothpaste.
One of our friends' sisters growing up, one of our mutual friends, their older sister, I'm trying to narrow it down without saying names, would swallow the toothpaste every single time after she brushed her teeth.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And then once you call poison control, because if you get exposed or if you ingest enough fluoride, it will fucking kill you.
Oh, yeah, it's not good for you.
So this shit, it helps with your teeth, but it can kill you.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, you know what I mean?
Let's put it in the water. Yeah. Let's dump it all in there. In the U.S., 29 of the 30 largest cities have fluoridated water supplies, except for Portland. That place is burning to the motherfucking ground right now.
Yeah.
And they defeated the proposals for the fourth time to add fluoride to the water supply in 2012.
Yeah, they got other shit to worry about.
Oh, yeah. Only 3% of Western Europe consumes fluoridated water as of 2016.
3%.
3%.
Man.
So
good for them.
What's good for the goose is not always good for the gander, Rob Dog. And in this instance right here, they said, America, you can go fuck yourselves. Look at us. We're all fat. We all got heart disease, diabetes, rickets, crickets, thick toenails. Fucking, we poop our pants, diarrhea, earaches, heartaches, chest pains, nausea, dizziness, indigestion. My fucking eyes burn every day. I don't know why. I've had a toothache since I was fucking 11. I got these wrinkles on my forehead because I squint because I can't see because I eat so many Sour Patch Kids that clouds my goddamn vision. We can't do anything around here without getting fucking sick from it. All the preservatives they're putting in the food. You go back 100 years, we weren't dying from cancer. Look at the cancer rate now. We're all dying from fucking cancer. It has to do with something that we've developed in the past 40 to 50 years. Also, I don't know how, there's no easier political way to say this, but the rate at which, I don't even know the word. It feels like there are more developmentally disabled children being born at this time compared to 20, 30 years ago.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I would have to say one out of 5 of people I know have a child that has been medically diagnosed as being autistic.
But could that also be that we've made more strides with mental health, that we know more now than what we did before? But so, I mean, it kind of makes you wonder.
I don't think that's mental health, though. That's developmental issues as well.
Fair enough.
I think, but maybe we've learned more about it, and I hope we are in a spot, man, where we're spotting it.
We can diagnose stuff
more
quickly, yeah.
And we're helping people and getting them the help they need. I hope that's where we're at. I hope we've arrived, man. I hope it's not getting worse. And if we're all going to be fucking retarded after this COVID vaccine, I know that.
Yeah,
you get it. You put the magnet on your arm. The magnet sticks to your arm on TikTok.
Someone was just talking. Oh, it was when we were on our way down to we were on our way down to the live show, and they were talking about it in the car.
Our friend that rode with you, he's a nurse.
Yes.
Does is he being mandated to get it?
He has it. He did not want to get it, but he got it.
Okay, all right.
He said if it was his choice, he would not have gotten it.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It's your body. Do what you think.
And I'll talk. And I want to touch on that a little bit. Little bit. At a Harvard study in 2016 concluded, quote, perhaps most worrisome is preliminary research in laboratory animals suggesting that high levels of fluoride may be toxic to brain and nerve cells. And human epidemiological studies have identified possible links to learning, memory, and cognition deficits through most of these studies have focused on populations with fluoride exposures higher than those typically provided by the U.S. water supplies. The fluoride is giving us cognitive deficits. It's fucking up our memory. I go to the store. My wife will say, go to the store and get sugar, get cream cheese. I'm making a cheesecake. 10 minutes later, there I am in the bacon aisle thinking, what the fuck am I here for?
Man.
I have to call her, man.
If that's not the fucking truth.
I have to call her every day. She'll tell me something.
She knows every single time if I have to go to the store. She's either getting pictures or she's getting a phone call as to what the fuck I'm supposed to be getting.
The other day, she said, can you run downstairs and switch the laundry over for me? I said, absolutely. I came down here. I picked the cat up. I blew raspberries in the cat's belly button for about 10 minutes. I walk back upstairs, and she knows my fucking memory is so bad. I get all the way back upstairs, and she said, did you switch the laundry? I'm like, fuck, and I had to run back downstairs. I picked the cat up. I go, and I was like scratching her butt, and then when I scratch her, this is pumpkin.
Yeah, I already knew it was
and
pumpkin.
I start scratching her butt, and she makes this really, really hot noise whenever I scratch her butt.
It gets her going.
And I start telling her, like, you're so fucking nasty.
Stop. Don't do that.
You're so bad. You're so nasty. You're nasty. Let me see. Where's my phone? I have a friend. His name's Joe. I used to work with him, and I always send videos to him of me scratching her back.
You're such a naughty kitty.
And she's like, she makes these really weird noises, and then I just start commentating like, "Oh my god, you're
I always feel weird whenever I pet her right above her tail, because then she starts getting all like,
she gets,
and weird. I'm like, okay, I'm good, I'm good, girl.
God, look how nasty you are.
That's me slapping her on the back.
Yeah.
Did you hear?
Oh yes. You're such a dirty slut.
Oh God! All right, let's stop there. No wonder why you have these fucking cat dreams, man.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
So there I am in the basement blowing raspberries on my cat's belly. Then I go back upstairs and I say, what the fuck was I doing? She said, did you switch the laundry? I said, not a chance. So I had to run back downstairs and switch the laundry over.
Man.
I survived, bro. But I'm telling you, stuff like that is happening to me every day. It's just getting worse and worse.
Same thing happens to me every single time, yeah.
It could be old age.
Yeah.
It could be I've contracted some type of very aggressive brain condition where my brain is just degenerating over time. I was a degenerate to begin with. It just could be getting worse. Oh god. And the origins of this theory about the fluoride. So it all started back in the 30s and 40s. It's fucking horrifying.
Sure.
The name of the company, this is from back then, with the biggest profit to be made from water fluoridation was the Alcoa, or the Aluminum Company of America. The Alcoa Company had an unlimited supply of toxic waste, a byproduct of aluminum, aka fluoride. At their lab, an Alcoa-sponsored biochemist, yes, you heard that right, an Alcoa-sponsored biochemist did a test on rats that showed cavities were reduced with the fluoridated water and concluded that, quote, the case should be regarded as proved. So the people trying to get rid of the fucking aluminum hazardous waste, they were getting fined. They were getting fined by the government for all this hazardous waste. So they had their biochemist conduct an experiment on rats. The rats quit getting cavities. Who gives a fuck if the rats have cavities or not? Not me.
Fuck them rats.
Let them get cavities. Let them all die. Who cares? And he concludes, we're good. This stuff's good for the water. Let's put it in there. In this historic moment in 1939, so the story goes, the first public proposal the U.S. should fluoridate its water supplies wasn't made by a doctor or a dentist, but an industry scientist working for a company that was also threatened by fluoride damage claims. Why was this guy allowed to be the authority on what we do with the fluoride, man?
Definitely doesn't sound like he should have been.
Another part of the conspiracy theory is that during the Second World War, industrial fluoride pollution increased because of the production, this makes sense, and extensive use of Alcoa aluminum in aircraft manufacturing. So they're making a bunch of planes and stuff during World War II. It makes a lot of sense. They're going to have a lot more of that waste at that time. It was after the Second World War that many governments began to put fluoride in our water supplies to protect people against cavities. In 1946, an attorney and former counsel to Alcoa.
Okay. Vested interest right there?
Yeah, he was working for him. He was appointed to head the U.S. Public Health Service. Shortly thereafter, he ensured that the water fluoridation, quote, experiment passed, essentially unchallenged and unchecked by any real public study or research, and was given a $750,000 private bonus from Alcoa. In today's numbers, that's worth anywhere from $6.8 million to $55.3 million, depending on how you account for inflation.
That's a huge fucking difference, first of
No
all. Let's
government worker ever
Holy shit.
has ever received a bonus like that.
Holy shit.
And this guy was appointed to the U.S. Public Health Service, the head of it, after he had formerly served as counsel for Alcoa during this experiment. So he's the one that was kind of at the helm when they were doing all the experiments. When the experiments were to be pushed through the government, he was appointed to the head of that department of the government. So he was the one that just kind of brushed everything through. But some people have identified a more sinister agenda behind water fluoridation that goes beyond apparent greed and convenience. And that's exactly what we're talking about prior to this. This wasn't a matter of control. This wasn't a matter of wanting to make us sick. This was a matter of greed. This was a matter of we have to pay hundreds of millions of dollars to get rid of this stuff. We have to do something. But what's the best way to not have to pay to dispose of something? That's by selling it. That's like me with my toenails. I sell them on eBay. A lot of guys on there like to buy them and suck on them.
Jesus Christ.
Well, listen to me for a second. Some people like sunflower seeds, and some guys like a big old mouthful of delicious Nicolicious toenails. That's just what they're into. I can't, I don't write the book. I just turn the pages. You feel me?
That's where Funyuns come from.
Absolutely. I love Funyuns. My toenails taste like Funyuns.
There you go.
If you want a batch of my fresh hot Funyun toenails, send us an email. Sorry, I can't even do this one. Can't even do this bit, man.
Those Frito scoops fucking slap, though.
I don't. Yeah, they're big, hard to get in your mouth.
Giggity.
Giggity.
If you want a batch of those, send us an email, brohowpodcast.
We can do whatever flavor you want. We put ranch on them and stuff, or whatever flavor you want or you need.
Depression, if you want that. They're pre-cooked.
Turn the frickin' frogs, guy. We got the alpha beta bone broth coming in at $23.99. You can buy that there at Infowars.com. I was provided these special government documents today, and they're coming across my desk right now, and I'm going to share them with all of you right now. We've got a problem in America.
Amen, brother.
And Hillary Clinton, she's killing everybody.
I think we've already talked about that a couple of months ago.
$750,000 private bonus.
Whew. Back in 46.
Yeah.
46, man. You know what I would do for $55.3 million?
Well, I'm sorry. The private bonus was from Alcoa, not from the government. So he got this bonus from Alcoa, not the government.
There you go. Get that right, boy.
So this is all greed-driven. But then there's another sinister agenda that we're going to talk about now for the fluoridation of the water that goes upon beyond greed and convenience. At the end of World War II, Charles Elliott Perkins, a researcher in chemistry, biochemistry, physiology, and pathology, was sent to Germany to take charge of their chemical plants. He later wrote in response to what he had seen and heard while there, quote, "The real purpose behind water fluoridation is to reduce the resistance of the masses to domination and control and loss of liberty. Repeated doses of infinitesimal.
There you go. Infinitesimal. There you go.
Infinitesimal. Oh, my God. Infinitesimal.
Small amounts.
Infinitesimal amounts of fluorine will in time gradually reduce the individual's power to resist domination by slowly poisoning and narcotizing this area of the brain tissue and make him submissive to the will of those who wish to govern him."
How dare you?
How dare you?
assume what's between my butthole. And you think about it for a second, man. All my life, I've been sucking on hose water.
Hell yeah, man. That shit hits.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll get me a nice cold cup of water from the tap. Been drinking it my entire life.
Sure.
I would call myself a very passive human. I am not one to rise up and say, okay, fuck all this. And I've talked about it. I don't care much about what happens in the outside world beyond the four walls of my house. And much like this COVID stuff, the vaccine, there's a lot of people that say, fuck the vaccine, shove it up your ass, make your mom take it and die, fuck that bitch. And I applaud you for standing up for what you believe in, because we don't know the long-term effects of this goddamn thing yet.
Yeah.
We don't have any idea.
No idea.
Science is science. I get that. Return the freaking frogs, gay. But nonetheless, you have your right to be free. But all these years, what if they have been creating more docile males and females? More. Think about the men of the 1930s, 1940s, and 1950s. My dad doesn't have anything nice to say about his dad, like anything loving to say about his dad.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah. It goes
Said
with
he's
the
a
times.
good dude, but he was fucking serious. He was a man's man. He never hugged me and told me that he loved me, never anything like that. But look at us now. I'm on the floor letting my daughters fart on my head. I'm dressing up like a princess, wearing high heels around the house. Saw guys dropping people off at preschool today. They were crying. I was crying. It was Paisley's first day.
Oh.
And I think that, what if, man, they are creating a more, I guess, submissive population. Because look at us. I didn't resist this vaccine at all. I said, just fucking give it to me. Get it over with. That's exactly what they want. If it was the right choice, good on me. I hope I did the right thing by the choice that I made.
Sure.
But if you don't want it, I rock with you. If you do get it, I fucking rock with you too.
It don't fucking matter. I don't
your
have
thing.
it.
It's your thing to decide, and don't
Yeah.
fucking force your opinion on me.
I don't have it. It's not that I don't want it. I'm just too fucking lazy to go get it.
And at the end of the
I'm
day,
an awful person, but
my
it's okay.
poop stinks really bad.
Naturally.
But I was submissive about it. I rolled over like a dog and pissed on myself. I said, I just get it. I don't fucking care. And what if it has something to do with what they've been putting in the water all these years? What if the reason that I don't go picket for causes that I'm passionate about is just because of the damage that this stuff has done to me for all these years, where I'm just like, and I don't care about stuff. I don't
either.
fucking care about any social issues.
No, I don't at all.
Some of them I do care about. They're wrong, shit's wrong, but then a lot of stuff, I'll see stuff in the media, I'm like, I don't fucking care. Like, I feel bad for some people going through bad shit that have injustices
Sure, definitely.
against them.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that stuff. But I'm not one to be like, I gotta go march on Capitol Hill.
No, I think
I don't fucking care, man.
We should all be a part of wanting humanity to be the best it can possibly
to be right.
We want to have control of what we do with our own bodies and with our own families, not be told what we have to do by someone that we don't even fucking know. It's one of those things. I mean, it's just like everybody's different, though. I mean,
They are, man. That's why I'm like, why the fuck why is it like this? What makes
ever something like this, we have no control over. It's out of our hands.
I see people passionate about this vaccine,
Sure.
saying it is a ploy by the government to make me sick. It's a ploy by the government to wipe us all out. It might be. You shouldn't be forced to get a shot that you don't want.
Sure, yeah. It's always just like everything else. It's kind of black and white. So you only really see the people that want you to get it and the people that don't want you to get it, and those are the two that are fighting. And I feel like the vast majority of us are kind of just sitting in the middle. You know what I mean? We're just kind of teetering the fence, like, hey,
But why are we like that? Why are we like that? Just 60 or 70 years ago, a lot of men and women in this country uprooted their lives and went overseas to fight a fucking world war for what evil that some of them weren't sure of. but they didn't question it. They took every goddamn guy in this country that was able-bodied, and they took a lot of women, and they went to war, and people died, man. People went to Vietnam and died for something that didn't need to see any bloodshed.
Yeah.
But they just went because they,
Those people got testicles the size of boulders.
Right.
I would have hated if I would have had to.
Could you imagine tomorrow if they try to draft our fat asses for Afghanistan?
It would be so bad.
They'd be like, "Oh, they got the runways all fucked up." I'm like, "I'm not fucking going. I'm a draft dodging bitch."
You lost me at run.
I'm not defending our. There is no freedom to be defended. This is all a monetary. This has nothing to do with the freedom of America. I would say go fuck yourself. But 60 years ago, those guys would say, "Let's go fight. Let's go save this country." But you're not really saving the country.
Doing my civil duty.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Man, it's not because I'm resistant. It's because I don't fucking care.
I'm a pussy.
I don't fucking care.
I'm just a pussy.
I'm a docile. I'm an old dog, man.
Yeah.
And how do they get me to feel like that? Or why do I feel like that?
Yeah,
There's just such a generational shift there.
Yeah, just one of those things. I'm just more concerned about me and my own.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but I mean, it's...
What if it's the fluoride in the fucking water, bro?
It could be.
It's the fluoride. Currently about 372 million people, around 5.7% of the world's population, receive artificially fluoridated water. In about 24 countries, including Australia, Canada, Ireland, the U.S., and the U.K.
Oh, shit.
Since the 1950s, there has been relentless debate over whether there's any real reason to do this. Early conspiracy theorists declared that it was a communist plot to weaken American public health. Many have argued, from a moral and ethical view, that the public haven't chosen to be consuming it, and so it's against the individual will, and I can see that as well.
Sure.
From an economic standpoint, public money is being used on something without definitive proof of benefits. Some dentists and medical professionals have even said fluoridation of water isn't the best way to reduce tooth decay. And studies have shown that our tooth decay in America, and mind you, the only reason that they're putting fluoride in the water is to save our fucking teeth. Have you ever been to West Virginia and seen a good set of Mountain Dew teeth? That is a wild, wild place, buddy.
Shit, we talked about it before. I mean, UK's on there, but have you seen the fucking teeth in people in Great Britain? Yeah. Holy shit.
They just got buck teeth. Not all of them.
They got wild teeth.
But then again, when I see
the lower states, they do too, man.
When someone comes to us, when I see someone that's a fan from UK, I haven't seen anybody with buck teeth.
I haven't either.
Just, it's kind of...
I feel like it's an over-exaggeration.
It really is. But, I mean, good. Everyone I know from there, just incredibly awesome people.
Yeah.
And I think... This is the thing I was about to touch on. Studies have shown that our tooth decay here is the exact same rate as any other country.
Sure, of course.
But why? It shouldn't be, because we're putting fluoride in the water that saves our teeth from tooth decay.
Let's think about it this way, though. At the same time, all of our foods are way more sugary.
Yeah,
not as good for you, so maybe it balances out.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
It may balance out.
We got really fucking good food here.
We do, but everything has tons of sugar in it.
Tired of you always trying to
I'm playing devil's advocate,
burn
man.
my candle out.
No, not at all.
Blow it out.
I love sugar, but it's fucking awful for you.
Oh, the food in America is awful.
It's everything. You get anybody from any other country to try anything they have an equivalent of, and they're even like bread, and they're like, it's so sweet. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so sweet. Like, everything we have is super sweet.
In my work, we have a project team in from Germany right now.
Yeah.
They're staying for months at a time. And they all talk about how when they come here for these projects from Germany, they all gain like 15 to 20 pounds in just a few months from being in this fucking country.
It's the sugar, and it's the fact how big our fucking portions are.
That's what he said the other day. I said, what do you think it is? He said, I come here. What is a triple cheeseburger? I never see triple cheeseburger before. Everywhere you go, double, add patty, triple, double. And they're talking about how everything is so much bigger, including our dicks. We got huge fucking dicks here in America. So
I don't know, man.
Hairy armpitted women from France, keep that in mind how huge our wieners are. And there's
Please.
Please.
For the love of God. If you remember anything about this episode, remember that.
Yeah. And I would also like to hear from a woman that doesn't shave her armpits. Bro, that turns me on.
I wouldn't. No, I'm just joking.
Turns me on.
No, send us an email. Hell yeah.
Send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to chat with you.
Keep it au natural.
And I'm not here to make fun of anybody. I want to talk to you. I want to talk.
Yeah, we don't make fun of people during our interviews.
No, we don't. Got a pretty solid track record there.
We try to play, yeah, we're goofballs, but we handle our interviews pretty professionally.
So we're the only goddamn country in the world, for the most part. Only 5% of the Earth's population fluoridates their water. And we got to account for most of that.
That's fucking stupid.
But then I start reading about the biggest side effects of fluoride exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it weakens your skeletal health.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking like...
Fuck a skeleton. Who needs it?
I'll read this here. It's directly from this...
You realize nowadays you can have your bones replaced with metal? But weak-ass pussy
Undertaker's had
bones.
3 hip replacements. It's fine. Skeletal fluorosis is a condition resulting from fluoride consumption. The liver is unable to process fluoride, thus it passes into the bloodstream, where if it combines with calcium that's been leached from the skeletal system, you're left with weak bones, otherwise known as skeletal fluorosis. So when you fall down, when you're 85 years old, you fall in the shower and break your goddamn hip, it's because you've been drinking fluoridated water your entire life.
Not because you haven't been sucking on a cow titty enough.
Got weak bones. Another one of the major dangers of fluoride exposure is it causes arthritis. It's toxic to your thyroid, and I always tell people that's why I'm fat. I got problems with my thyroid, so I don't want that motherfucker to be toxic.
Yeah, between your thyroid and arthritis, no wonder we're a bunch of fat fucks over here.
It calcifies the ultra-important pineal gland, and we're going to talk about the pineal gland more. It accelerates female puberty.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I've seen that. I've got girls, so I've seen it, man.
Dude.
These girls are getting their periods in the 4th grade. The 4th grade, man. That's a fucking 9-year-old
Scary.
getting their periods.
That's crazy.
That means in Mexico, she's ready to get married.
Woo.
And they blame it on the hormones in the milk, and they blame it on the fluoride. Who knows what it is? But all I know is there's been a generational shift over the years. Mm-hmm. And it has nothing to do with what they're wearing. I've heard people, it's from fucking tight panties. I've heard weird shit like that. It has nothing to do with that. I promise you. I am not a fucking genealogist. I am not an archaeologist. But I know that's not what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sit well with me. It's not right.
Yeah.
It probably is the hormone in the milk we're drinking or the fluoride in the water.
It's definitely some sort of chemical compound that's causing. I mean, you would think.
My mom was like, I didn't get my period till I was like 17 or 18 years old.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm thinking my dad took that before that, I think. So what a fucking creep he is. And women that from that generation, they'll tell you, I didn't get my period till I was 15, 16, 17 years old. It wasn't out of the norm to not get your period until your junior or senior year of high school.
Yeah.
Now kids are going to school with pads in their backpack in the 4th grade, and even younger than that in some instances. What has changed between now and then that's caused that to be so much drastically different? A child in the 4th grade at 9 years old should not have the capability to bear children. There's something that's changing in our DNA, and it's a slow mutation. This is not all at once. This has happened over many years. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but I don't like it.
No, yeah, I definitely get it. It's like that fucking meme where it's like girls nowadays at 13, and it's like she's like decked out like a 19 or 20 year old, and then it's like me when I was 19, and they're like holding the fucking Goosebumps books and wearing a sweater with a flower on it.
Man.
You look like a fucking idiot. Like, it's crazy how different things were from now than what we were when we were younger. We're not even that old.
The best advice I can give you is do what I did with my daughters. I only give them Dr. Pepper. I don't let them have milk. I don't let them have water. I only give them Dr. Pepper. Sometimes they'll get a Barks root beer.
Keep that fluoride out of their mouth.
I will. I do.
You ain't drinking tap water.
I will,
Get you a Dr. Pepper, baby.
Twist that motherfucker off.
You need help? I'll pop that fucking top for you.
Crack open a DP. I love Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper hits, man.
We talked about it before. Even Diet
Yeah,
Dr.
man.
Pepper.
That's 23 flavors in that bitch.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I know they say that. That Eagle Rare is really good.
I can taste 23 in that every single time I drink it. Yeah, that Eagle Rare is really fucking good.
Yeah. You know how many flavors my pussy has, Rob? A lot more than 23.
52.
When I call it my old piss strainer.
God, I wasn't expecting that.
My muff cauldron. My
Oh, shit.
We don't use a strainer in our kitchen. We use my pubic hair.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's that coarse.
I dump spaghetti on my privates. I don't.
Like a basket weave.
Yeah, it is.
A weaved basket.
It is.
Yeah.
Another thing, long-term effects of, I guess, fluoride exposure. It's harmful to male and female fertility, so it makes your penis and your vagina not work.
Fuck yes.
It makes it where the guys can't lay eggs. Also, it's bad for your kidney health. It's harmful to your cardiovascular system.
Yeah, that's why I can't run the mile in 6 minutes anymore. I'll take it.
It gives you negative cognitive effects as well.
Cool.
Makes your brain not work.
All that stuff sounds fun. I love it.
And this is a little fucking clip art I got off this website. It says, there's poison in the tap water. It says, fact. As little as 1/10 of an ounce of sodium fluoride can kill a 100-pound adult. There's no adult in the world that weighs 100 pounds, but I digress. As little as 1/100th of an ounce can kill a 10-pound infant. Ever wonder why it tells you to contact a poison control center if ingested on the side effects of a tube of toothpaste? Fact. Studies have shown that it can cause neurological damage and bone cancer. Fact. Both Hitler and Stalin used it to sterilize inmates and make them docile. Fact. It is a toxic waste byproduct of the aluminum tin industries, which is true. It is a primary ingredient of rat and cockroach poisons and a basic ingredient of both Prozac and sarin nerve gas.
Damn, they're fucking going Prozac and sarin nerve gas.
And I looked it up, man. It's not wrong. It's true. The same shit we use to kill rats and cockroaches, we're putting it in the fucking drinking water because it helps our teeth not hurt.
I mean, hey.
Pull these bitches out. I could do a gummy. You know what a gummy is, Rob?
A blowjob with no teeth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know all about gummies, my friend.
Yeah. I've only had one my entire life. Grandma was so fucking drunk that Thanksgiving I walked in. Yeah, all right, dog. I knew you were coming over for Thanksgiving because Grandma wasn't putting her fucking teeth in. I know every time you come over, Rob Dog, you've been looking for Grandma. You probably heard me squishing around in my moo-moo because I'm moister than an oyster, Rob Dog.
So many people love this, but I fucking hate it so much. It makes me feel so weird.
Grandma, won't you come in here while Grandma stirs up the soup? I got some clam chowder here in my britches. I've got some of that sandy clam chowder I'm gonna have.
Sandy?
Yeah, fresh from the ocean, Rob Dog.
Jesus.
Smells like seaweed and dolphin oil down here. I got sardines, Rob Dog.
Oh, shit.
I've got corns on my toes. I'm going to put it in the corn casserole.
And I'm out.
Recent research has brought the controversial practice of water fluoridation back into the spotlight, revealing links between water fluoridation and brain disorders.
Remix.
brain
I see what you did there.
Yeah, did you like that?
Yeah, that was
I
clever.
walked up.
Yeah.
That was on the fly, too. Particularly in regard to its effect on children. And like I said before, 1 out of 5 of my friends has a child that has been clinically diagnosed as having some type of developmental issue. And
Severe or not, yeah.
And I don't remember it being like that, Rob. But man, I will step off the boat here for a second. To those of you that have a kid that's going through that, God damn it, I applaud you because you are fucking fighting a war. You are fighting, and I applaud everything you do for that kid because it is a selfless job. It is a thankless job.
Yeah, we have one friend who's got a son. He's completely nonverbal, and he's a fucking horse of a kid. And
yeah, but man,
yeah,
it's a labor of love, and I just
for real. Yeah,
I just want to applaud you guys. It is a thankless job, but I thank you for, a human deserves to be loved. A human deserves to experience life, and without a loving person like you in their life, they might get. There's no telling where a person like that would end up. So. Thank you to all of you that are dealing with that and just doing everything you can to make some normalcy for that person. I can't imagine going through that. That is a weight, man. And I know that if I was going through it and it was my kid, it would be different.
Sure.
Because it's just fucking love.
Because it's just you. Yeah.
Nature, nourishment. That's what we do as humans.
What you're supposed to do, right?
But from an outsider's perspective, thank you for what you do. We love you. Send us an email so we can send you some videos of some stuff that we do to thank you for taking care of your kid.
What are we going to have to do?
That's not for me to decide.
Okay. It's for them to decide?
I got a dartboard over here. We're just going to, a lot of sexual stuff. We're going to throw some darts.
Cool.
And we're going to figure it out.
I'm good at darts. I'll get all the good stuff.
Butt darts.
Exactly.
Troublingly,
champion.
The report found that side effects do not only come from direct ingestion by children, but also from higher levels of chemicals such as fluoride in expectant mother's blood and urine. Oh, God, that fucking turned me on. Which is linked to brain disorders and lower IQs in their children. Mrs. Gump, your boy needs to be about right here. Mrs. Gump, is there a Mr. Gump? He needs to go to one of them special schools. In many cases, the changes triggered can be permanent. This evidence flies right in the face of spurious claims by skeptics that ingestion of fluoride in low concentrations has no harmful effects on our health. Now on to the pineal gland. That's a hot word.
You had me at pineal.
Do you know what the pineal gland or the pineal gland, do you know what it does? They call it the seat of our soul. Because it literally is the fucking... it is the center of it all, man. It controls so much different stuff. And
if it doesn't have something to do with your wiener, then I don't even want to know.
It does, though. It kind of controls everything.
Cool.
But the fluoride creates calcifications in the pineal gland. I don't know if it's a pineal gland or a pineal. Let's ask Google.
Just say penis gland.
Penis gland. I call my penis my gland sometimes.
Sure.
Pronunciation.
God, we're fucking idiots.
We are fucking retarded.
Pineal. Pineal. There it is.
Pineal. Pineal.
Pineal.
Pineal. I was right.
Pineal. Your pineal gland.
Pineal.
And if any of you males listen to this show,
suck my pineal.
Send us pictures of your gland.
Send pineal pics.
RohioPodcast.darkweb@gmail.com. There's a special... No, I'm just kidding. That doesn't work. Pineal gland. But how does a chemical... And it creates calcifications. So it like clogs that gland up and creates calcifications in there. But how does a chemical byproduct dumped into the water supply actually work upon those who ingest it over time? There are many ways sodium fluoride consumption affects our bodies, but one aspect we'll focus on in this article that I got is that sodium fluoride calcifies the pineal gland. British scientist Jennifer Luke published a study which found that fluoride deposits tended to accumulate in the pineal gland and calcify it. In addition, a 450-page review on fluoride toxicity, the toxicity of our city, overrated band.
Very much so.
Kind of like them, a little fucking weird for me, kind of overrated.
Really weird. Super political. Really weird.
Yep. They were published by the National Research Council in 2006, reported that fluoride produced a range of negative side effects, including decreased melatonin production.
I do like that song, though.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Sorry.
Maybe they're not overrated.
Yeah, a little bit.
And other effects on normal pineal gland functions, which in turn could attribute to a variety of effects in humans. Not just scientists, but mystics, too, have explored the effects of the pineal gland within us from different angles. Physically, it plays an important role in regulating sleep patterns and sexual development. That's very important to remember, the sexual development. Spiritually, it is said to be a connection between the body and the soul. and it's referred to by some as our third eye. Either way, when the pineal gland is calcified by sodium fluoride, it obviously cannot function properly. This could have grave side effects both physically and spiritually upon humanity. There's more to the human body than its physical apparatus. This is widely evident in phenomena such as near-death experiences, whereby people have accounts of experiencing existence while their brain and body has been clinically dead. You know, the kind of hovering above your body type deal when you see yourself getting worked on in the operating room.
Hell yeah.
However, while we are here physically, the spiritual components depend upon the physical apparatus in order to function properly and thereby communicate and actively participate in the physical world. When an important seat of consciousness, such as the pineal gland, cannot function properly, by logical extension, consciousness itself cannot function properly within us, since the physical means with which it functions in this world has been damaged. So what there's, I guess, in a more condensed nutshell version here, is by the adverse effects it takes on our pineal gland, there's that mechanism in our brain that helps us experience these kind of otherworldly things, whether it's a near-death experience or these spiritual awakenings. And I'll tell you right now, dude, I am not a religious human by any sorts.
Sure.
But I do believe people go through spiritual stuff. I think that the energy projection, absorbing energy, there's a lot of different spiritual things that people... I've gone through spiritual awakenings, and not in the godly form.
Yeah, no. I'm definitely... I'll bite into the spiritual stuff.
Something happens, and your soul is fucking changed forever.
Yeah. Now, religious stuff, that's
different.
Yeah.
Beto boys, your boys about goddamn devil worshippers and goddamn shit boys.
But yeah, I'm cool with that.
But with the damage that the calcification of the pineal gland, it kind of takes that away from us, and it creates a zombie like skeletal robot Roomba just running into shit. Rob Dog would be that fancy robot that cuts your grass. I'm the retarded one that runs over dog shit in your living room.
Just spreads it all over the carpet.
If you've got a Roomba that's ran over dog shit, send us an email, bro.
Oh, please.
I'd love
and
to
send
hear
pictures if you got pictures.
Yeah.
I'd love to see your misery.
Send us a picture.
Spread out all over your nice carpet.
I love it.
Carpet is fucking disgusting anyways, first off. Let me just say that.
Oh, yeah. That's
carpet
a new
is
thing,
disgusting.
That's a new thing, man. People are getting rid of carpet.
Fuck yeah.
Carpet's not a thing anymore.
It's awful. I hate that I have it going up my stairs to my upstairs even.
You have to vacuum that?
I'm supposed to, yeah. Yeah. No, luckily our entire downstairs is wood, so I mean it's easy.
Oh God, yeah. Can you say that again, please?
It's wood.
Your entire downstairs.
It still sucks to sweep it, but still, I mean, I'd rather vacuum. But I mean, still, I hate carpet. So,
my mom and dad had a carpet in their attic, and it's still the same carpet that was in their attic whenever I lived up there.
Yeah, cum stains everywhere.
If they could extract that and send it to a scientific laboratory, I wholeheartedly believe that we possess the scientific knowledge, skill, and know-how that they can create a human from the DNA that is contained within those carpets.
From that solid rock carpet by your bed.
Yeah. The entire carpet, it was that carpet. It was almost like AstroTurf.
Oh, yeah.
But it was not AstroTurf. It was just really thin and hard.
Yeah.
It was essentially...
Berber.
Yeah, okay. It was not soft. It was hard as wood.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
It's okay. Tell me.
Sometimes I would rollerblade naked up there.
Hell yes. That's so hot.
I'm not kidding. So the attic ran the entire length of the length of the house.
The main side of the house, yeah.
And I would always shove my shit to the side, and I would put on my fucking rollerblades. Sometimes I would just put them on naked. And I would just fucking rollerblade around in the attic naked.
Just the thought that you'd be naked as fuck thinking, you know what, I need to put on these fucking rollerblades. It's the funniest thing. Of all the things, you get out of the shower and you're like, fuck getting dressed. I'm putting on rollerblades.
I wear a sweat up. So how it progressed is I would rollerblade. I'd get really fucking hot. So eventually I would just strip down to my underwear. And I found out that because I'd wipe out on these rollerblades, I get rolling. And
Was this when we were watching roller derby? Was this around the time?
It might have been.
I remember when roller derby came back around. I was at your house whenever we first started fucking watching it.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah, they tried to do the renaissance of roller derby.
I've told you guys I was a bit of a chubby kid. I had some up, downs, sometimes I was skinny, but I was mostly fat. But I was wearing like these, like my boxers would get kind of saggy. So then when I would try and rollerblade, they wouldn't give me the full, when you're wearing sticky shorts, you can't spread your legs all the way. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
You're not as fat as me. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
No, I still know.
Like the pants stick and you can't fully extend your stride.
Yeah.
That's what I would experience when I was rollerblading. I couldn't fully extend my stride to build up speed going up and down the attic. So I said, you know what? No one's coming up in this bitch. I'm going to get naked while I rollerblade. So I didn't always start off naked, but I would start off with my boxers on. They would get sticky.
Sure.
I'd peel them off. And for those of you that ever try to take off underwear with your rollerblades on, I commend you because that's a tough job.
That sounds tough, yeah.
That's a tough job right there. Among other things, fluoride has been categorized as a neurotoxin as well. It's been linked to bone cancers in boys, bladder cancer, hypothyroidism, hip fractures, lower IQ in children, dental fluorosis, and then we arrive to the aspect of turning the frickin' frogs gay. So fluoride is not necessarily turning the frogs gay. I know a lot of people kind of associate the two, but atrazine, and I'm going to look this up again.
Atrazine.
Asshole pine.
I'm saying atrazine.
Atrazine. I just don't want to sound like an idiot. Why?
Atrazine.
Woo, I'm fucking batting 100 tonight, boy.
I like how they all get to hear the Googles pronounce it.
Atrazine.
Atrazine is one of the world's most widely used pesticides. It wreaks havoc with the sex lives of adult male frogs, emasculating 3/4 of them. And this is not things that I got from Infowars.com. These are all directly studies that I've pulled off whatever websites.
Sure.
It wreaks havoc with the sex lives of adult male frogs, emasculating 3/4 of them and turning 1 in 10 into females. The shit is not necessarily turning the frogs gay, but with the atrazine exposure, it will literally turn a male frog into a female frog. And this is according to a new study by Berkeley.
Okay.
The fucking college.
Yeah.
They're biologists at the University of California, Berkeley.
Hell yeah.
So this isn't, Sinclair Community College here in Dayton, Ohio, or Cincinnati, Cincinnati Community College. The 75% that are chemically castrated are essentially dead because of their inability to reproduce in the wild, reports UC Berkeley's Tyrone Hayes, professor of integrative biology. Some 80 million pounds of the herbicide atrazine are applied annually. God damn, 80 million pounds in the United States on corn and sorghum to control weeds and increase crop yield. But such widespread use also makes atrazine the most common pesticide contaminant of ground and surface water, according to various studies. More and more research, however, is showing that atrazine interferes with endocrine hormones such as estrogen and testosterone in fish, amphibians, birds, reptiles, laboratory rodents, and even human cell lines at levels of parts per billion. Recent studies also found a possible link between human birth defects and low birth weight and atrazine exposure in the womb. Subsequent studies showed that native leopard frogs collected from atrazine-contaminated streams in the Midwest, including from areas up to 1,000 miles from where atrazine is applied, often had eggs in their fucking testes.
Oh, jeez.
So these frogs were so gay. They had eggs in their testicles, man.
I don't know if you get more gay than that.
I would like any gay man to send us an email, besides us two, brohiopodcast@gmail.com, to tell us how many eggs you have in your testicles. If it makes any type of difference at all. I love scrambled eggs from a good set of testicles. That's my favorite.
Yes, please.
But they're finding up to 1,000 miles away from where the atrazine is applied, the frogs have eggs in their testicles. And many males had lower testosterone levels than normal females and smaller normal voice boxes, presumably limiting their ability to call mates.
Well,
So they're not, I guess, turn the friggin' frogs gay, but they are turning the friggin' frogs gay. And this stuff is contaminating our
Okay.
groundwater, and we're consuming that, so I don't need to go down that road.
Okay.
Because it doesn't really need to be.
Sure. Let's move on to the next part.
People will get really upset. But I am circling back to the fluoride mafia.
Okay.
IG Farben.
Excuse you.
I
be farting.
I be farting. IG Farben was a German chemical engineering company with links to the Rockefellers,
Oh, shit.
American banks,
Of course.
and the Ford Motor Company.
Damn. Big money.
All assets of IG Farben in America were held by a holding company, American IG Farben.
Okay.
Listed on its board of directors was the president of Ford, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, the president of New York Standard Oil, and the director of the Bank of Manhattan. Kellogg's, DuPont, and Colgate all signed agreements with IG Farben to form a cartel, allegedly, of
Wow.
this fluoride Illuminati gang.
Damn, that's some
These
powerful motherfuckers there.
It is.
That's money.
It all kind of coincides with those the fluoridation in Germany and how they used it to kill, well, to create these
Yeah.
brainless mummies wandering around.
Tell you what, I mean, if anybody can do it, it's that list of people. That's
It's the fluoride mafia.
that's billions and billions of dollars right
I'll
there.
tell you what, right now, I get to reading this right. I got Ford Motor Works, Federal Reserve, President of New York, but then you get down to DuPont, and anytime you want to try and drag in Jeff fucking Gordon into anything, y'all need to watch your fucking mouths when the greatest racer of all time, number 24's out on the track, are talking about, putting fluoride, making the goddamn cats gay. I had a brother who used to talk nasty to his cat, beat it on the back, scratch it on its ass and shit. He was stupid, fat, had a little wiener, but used to play. One time my mom was like, go downstairs, switch laundry, and I said, go down, you dumbass. Switch laundry like Mom said. And I went down there 20 minutes later, and the fat fuck was blowing raspberries on the cat's belly. I said, you know what? What would Jeff Gordon do if he was here right now? He'd be so ashamed and disappointed in you. Blowing raspberries on the cat's belly. You fat shithead. I didn't know I got a fucking dumb brother. Where do my brothers know they have a dumb brother?
They might be aware.
My older brother refuses to deal with me at all. My little brother is still rock with me, but my older brother refuses.
I heard you talk about sucking dad's dick on the podcast.
I bet you like sucking his dick, don't you? You'll eat anything, you fucking weirdo. He's always giving me a hard time.
Oh, man.
Okay, so how big was it?
Damn it. I was going to fucking ask you the same thing.
Jeff Gordon. Let's look it up. Let's Google it. Without, how big is Jeff Gordon's dick? See if we can find an answer.
What if there was an exact answer?
Jeff Gordon.
Well, he's 5'8". Not that really means much, but holy shit, that's a big-ass moth.
Penis.
Um,
Change the word to make it more Google friendly. How big is Jeff Gordon's
How
penis?
big is his cock?
The rear of Miss Winston Cup penis photo. Okay.
87? He was racing back in 87?
Yeah, an 87-foot dick.
Huge.
How big is Jeff Gordon's penis? Average American male, I'm going 5.5 inches.
I'm going 6.
6 inches.
I'll go
6 incher.
6.
Okay.
So I remember his wife from back in those days, and she was fucking smoking hot.
she was.
She was beautiful.
How'd that thing get in here? That was a big fucking moth.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's a big fucking
We're going to have
moth.
to kill that with a motherfucking chainsaw. What? If you are in the Indiana area and you wish to
Oh, yeah.
share
shit.
fellowship with Rob Dog and I this weekend, Saturday, August 28th,
Yeah.
Rob and I are going to be in Noblesville, Indiana, for Korn and Stained. It's been a while since I could. We're going to be there for Korn. Korn.
Yeah.
Stained.
Not porn.
Aaron Lewis.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the outside and I'm looking in.
He's kind of a dickhead, but, it's okay.
Care. As long as he doesn't do any of
That fucking hee-haw
that,
country shit.
the fucking country boy can't survive. Just give me some hard rock. Give me some
Him just trying to be fucking Hank Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save that shit for another day, brother.
If you listen to his country stuff,
It's fucking miserable.
Oh my God. He's like, I got a flag on the front door of my trailer that says don't tread on me. I fucked my sister in the shed out back and I said don't let it get on my face. And I went inside and cleaned my gun with my daddy's dick. I love my granddaddy's dick.
I think that's verbatim, man.
Yeah, dude, his shit's bad. His country. I love Stain though.
Yeah.
Stain's one of my top 5 favorite bands. But my buddy at work asked me the other day if you could see one band, alive or dead, you could go back in time machine, see any band live, front row in the pit, buddy. What band would you, or what artist, what band would you choose to see? He said Queen. I said, man, that's a good one.
That's a really good one. Yeah, that's
a
up there.
really good one.
That's top 3 for me, for sure.
I said Jimi Hendrix or Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Okay. It's so fucking hard, man.
You're probably Under Oath. Or
I've seen Under Oath several times. Thank you.
oh,
In all honesty, I mean, not that I'm a huge fan of their music, but just for the overall influence and for what they've done for music since then,
Metallica.
I think it'd have to be Nirvana.
Nirvana?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of their music, but the legacy that they left and it's Nirvana's probably up there.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Definitely. That'd be so cool, man.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's one of those things, it's never going to happen again. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't have it. Queen's up there, too. And then if I had to pick somebody else, fuck. I'm trying to even think of a third person that would even be worth it.
Or if anyone's saying anything on the boob tube about who they would see.
No, nothing.
Crunchy carpet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really count that. I've said this before. If I could, my number one thing that I wish I could go back and see is George Carlin's stand up. But
yeah,
but I don't. He's obviously not music. He's a comedian, but still.
Yeah. Dane Cook was really good too.
In his time, he definitely was. Yeah, he's not dead. He's just awful.
Yeah. I think Pantera would be cool.
It would be cool.
Dimebag and shit.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that listen to our show probably have seen. Everybody 45 and older has seen Pantera a lot.
No, definitely.
Every male, yeah.
Yeah, I was never huge on Pantera.
No. Oh, well. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Fluoride Man the Frickin' Frogs Gay. Hopefully your frogs are okay. Go check on them. Go check on them. Make sure they don't have eggs in their testicles.
Please, yeah.
Thanks for listening to the show. We couldn't do this without you. Programming on this channel is made possible by people like you.
Listeners like you.
Yeah. Reading Rainbow.
Suck my dick.
Suck my dick. Yeah. So tune in next week as we'll be covering 9/11. I'm just kidding.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wasn't ready.
We need more than a week for that one.
No, we don't. When have we ever used longer than a week to prepare for anything?
Give me 30 minutes.
Rob's like calls me at 5:30. Dude, I'll be there at 6:15. But what? I got like a little bit of research left. I'm starting it right now. Then he gets here. He's like, I got 14 pages. Okay.
Slammed it.
Yeah. Got him. All right,
thank you guys.
Yep.
Love you.
Yeah. You heard it from him first.
Love you. Okay, YouTube. I went to see Aaron Lewis thinking I was going to see Hair Stained, and instead it was country. I was sorely disappointed. Yeah, I'm sorry, my friend.
Don't tread on me. Fucking stupid.
Only we can keep America great. We gotta get to the polls and vote.
There I was stacking bricks for the wall, and Donald Trump walked up behind my balls. He said, "Boy, do you want to serve this country today?" I said, "Donald, put me in the game. I think I'm gonna win this one." I put my guitar on my back and I left the wall. I got bit by a rattlesnake walking through the desert, and I'm fucking tough to eat your boy.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
But I like Stained.
I do too. Yeah, can't hate him.
The price you pay to play the game.
That's a good one.
Yep. So,
Love
all right,
you
guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.